Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Easter Bundle of April 2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and have the opportunity to gain early access to video by buying a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-Fi. Your support means the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Rocket Rats, a survivors-like roguelite where you play as a rat, battling waves of cheese-based enemies on the moon. It is a fast-paced pixel art bullet hell where your main goal is simple: survive, collect cheese, and upgrade yourself into a rodent of destruction. The game drops you into a small lunar arena with no room to hide. Enemies come fast, swarming you in increasingly chaotic waves, but the tight map forces smart movement and decision making. You will level up quickly, and each run offers a fun spread of upgrades, from lightning strikes and poison effects to star allies who fight by your side. Builds feel strong, but the real magic is in the synergy between upgrades. As you rack up cheese, you will unlock new rats with their own weapons and skill trees. Each character feels distinct, but the meta progression can feel a bit shallow. Some trees lack depth, and you may find yourself wishing for more paths or meaningful choices. Still, there's something satisfying about finding your favorite rat and perfecting their loadout. What Rocket Rats lacks in long-term content, it makes up for in charm. The presentation is top-notch, with crisp UI, catchy music, and adorable sprites. It is easy to pick up and hard to put down, even if it does not have the replayability of bigger survivors likes. If you're after a quick, fun, and affordable survival fix, with just the right amount of chaos, Rocket Rats is well worth the launch. Just don't expect rockets, only rats. At number 2 we have Ad Fundum, a dieselpunk mining adventure that places you in the cockpit of a colossal mech, digging through treacherous underground biomes in search of riches and secrets. With gameplay reminiscent of the beloved Motherlode, this game refines the formula with modern touches and fresh mechanics. The thrill of carving through rock, collecting rare minerals, and upgrading your mech keeps the gameplay loop addictively satisfying. Each upgrade feels meaningful, transforming your machine into a customizable powerhouse. The procedurally generated maps ensure no two expeditions feel the same, while the 8 diverse biomes challenge you with unique hazards and visual styles. Earthquakes add a dynamic twist, shaking up your strategy as you balance risk and reward. The game's story unfolds gradually, offering intriguing glimpses into an ancient civilization and humanity's precarious future. The atmospheric soundtrack and retro-style graphics complement the dieselpunk aesthetic, immersing you in a gritty industrial vibe. Whether you want a challenging experience or something more laid back, customizable difficulty settings cater to your playstyle. Managing resources like fuel and hull integrity can feel punishing without adequate preparation. Some mechanics, like scaffolding and elevator progression, may come across as tedious rather than exciting. While the collectibles and secrets add depth, their impact on gameplay can feel underwhelming. A streamlined inventory system or clear progression indicators will enhance the overall experience. If you've got a penchant for mining games or love tinkering with upgrades, Ad Fundum is a short but rewarding journey worth taking. At number 3 we have Filament, a puzzle-heavy adventure game that goes beyond just brain teasers, delivering a heartfelt story set aboard a stranded spaceship. You'll guide a cable-trailing robot through increasingly complex challenges while uncovering the fate of the Alabaster's crew. From the start, you're drawn into the game's core mechanic: connect the pillar puzzles. Sounds simple, but the difficulty ramps up quickly as new twists like multi-loop pillars and anti-pillars are introduced. Each puzzle demands careful planning and strategic execution, and while the hint system can help, the challenge is undeniably steep, particularly in the final stretch. What's distinctly unique about Filament is its narrative depth. As you solve puzzles, you'll piece together a captivating story about the Alabaster's 6-person crew. Through beautifully written logs and dialogue, each crew member becomes vividly real, with moments of humor, heartbreak, and camaraderie that make their fate hit hard. The voice acting by Abigail Turner adds an emotional layer, making Juniper's reflections feel personal and genuine. The Alabaster itself is a joy to explore, filled with subtle environmental details that brings its eerie emptiness to life. The soundtrack perfectly complements the setting, haunting, calming, and immersive. However, the game's toughest puzzles and a slightly vague ending may leave you feeling more drained than satisfied. If you enjoy puzzles that push your limits, and stories that tug at your heart, Filament delivers both in spades. Its blend of challenge, charm, and emotional depth makes it a standout experience, worth unraveling. At number 4 we have Keeper's Toll, a dark, retro-styled roguelite that blends bullet hell survival with action RPG mechanics. Set in a cursed world where 6 unique heroes rise to fight back, it challenges you to endure endless waves of enemies, collect upgrades, and face off against punishing bosses. Each run feels intense and deliberate. You start off weak, dodging swarms and scraping together enough experience to level up, unlocking active and passive abilities. While every character, whether it's the Pyromancer, Shadow Monk, or Blood Maiden, has a distinct style and progression tree, build variety is disappointingly slim. You'll often find yourself relying on the same few effective skills across different classes, which takes away from what could have been a deeper experience. That said, Keeper's Toll shines in its atmosphere. The music hits hard, the pixel art is stylish, and the overall vibe is beautifully grim. Boss fights are a highlight, offering unique mechanics and plenty of chaos. The game also includes a shop system and limited meta progression, letting you tweak builds and explore minor strategy shifts between runs. But be warned, the content feels light after a handful of hours. While initial impressions are strong, you'll quickly realize many systems lack depth. The game does not evolve much over time, and outside of character choice, your decisions don't dramatically impact gameplay. Still, if you enjoy Vampire Survivor style games with a more methodical ARPG edge, Keeper's Toll offers a solid challenge with a memorable style. Just don't expect it to redefine the genre. At number 5 we have Doomed to Hell, a short but satisfying roguelite light top-down shooter where you play as Rose, a soul fighting their way out of hell through waves of enemies and tough boss battles. If you're looking for something fast, simple, and pixel blasted with charm, this might scratch your itch for a few hours. The gameplay loop is straightforward. Defeat waves of monsters, choose a buff, repeat until you reach a boss, then hit the shop for upgrades. Movement is tight, the dodge has generous iframes, and the gunplay feels punchy. You'll get both ranged and melee options, though the variety is limited. The upgrades mostly come down to raw stat boosts, and while they do the job, don't expect any game-changing synergies or flashy new abilities. Visually, the game delivers a polished pixel art style and a catchy soundtrack that keeps things energetic. But while the presentation is solid, content is where Doomed to Hell stumbles. The biomes look different, but the structure and combat rarely change. With just one playable character and a small pool of weapons, you'll start seeing repetition fast. Runs are short, often under an hour, and once you beat the final boss, there's little reason to return unless you're grinding for achievements, one of which requires a painful 100 completions. Still, it offers decent value for a few quick sessions of arcade-style fun. If you're after a budget bullet hell with clean controls and quick gratification, you'll have a good time. Just don't expect it to last long. At number 6 we have Mokoko X, a quirky modern reimagining of classic arcade games like Quicks, Volfight, and Gal's Panic. You control a tiny ship, carving up the screen to conquer territory while dodging enemies, and each new level is a new bizarre mission to help unlucky enemy girls fend off outrageous threats. Ghost pirates, mosquito-cursed boys, and demonic headphones are just a few of the absurd bosses you'll face across 32 unique stages. At its core, the gameplay is simple, but addictively challenging. You're safe while inside your conquered area, but venturing out to draw new lines leaves you vulnerable. Enemies become increasingly aggressive, and your shield depletes over time, adding constant pressure to move fast and think ahead. There's a real sense of arcade-style tension here, made even better by clever enemy designs and unpredictable mechanics, like pop-up ad attacks or time-freezing foes. What makes Mokoko X stand out is its unapologetically bonkers humor and storytelling. Each girl has her own ridiculous crisis to overcome, voiced in both English and Japanese, giving the game an over-the-top charm. The visuals are colorful and playful, with a hint of fan service, though an optional adult patch is available for those seeking more risque content. Whether you're in it for nostalgic quick-style gameplay, goofy enemy tropes, or leaderboard bragging rights in arcade mode, Mokoko X offers a surprisingly deep and chaotic ride. If you're craving retro vibes with a heavy dose of silliness, this is worth conquering. Just don't take it too seriously. At number 7 we have Black Book, a roguelike RPG. The game is based around Slavic mythology and folklore, following a young sorceress named Vasilisa who sets out to uncover the secrets of the titular Black Book, a powerful artifact that can grant its user immense power. The gameplay of Black Book revolves around card-based battles, where players must use a deck of spells and abilities to defeat enemies. The game features a unique twist on the card battle system, allowing players to combine cards to create new abilities and customize their deck to suit their playstyle. One of the strengths of Black Book is its roguelike elements. Each playthrough is randomized, with different encounters and events that can occur. Players must make strategic decisions on where to go and what to do, as each action can have consequences on the overall story and the game's ending. The game's narrative is also a highlight, with an intriguing story that draws heavily from Slavic mythology. The characters are well written and have distinct personalities, making them memorable and engaging. The game also features multiple endings based on the player's choice, adding replayability and depth to the narrative. The difficulty of Black Book can be challenging, with a steep learning curve, but it rewards players who take the time to master its mechanics. Overall, Black Book is a well-crafted roguelike RPG that offers a compelling story, engaging card-based battles, and challenging gameplay. Its unique setting and characters make it stand out among other RPGs, and is definitely worth checking out for fans of the genre. At number 8 we have Dragon Spirits, an engaging RPG that places you in the shoes of a college student, eagerly nearing graduation. As you delve into Dragon Spirits, the game unfolds a captivating narrative, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. Playing as a younger version of yourself, the protagonist navigates a world filled with dragons, a product of lucid dreams induced by the relentless creation of a video game. Dragon Spirits provides a delightful experience, reminiscent of classics like Pokemon. The game's mechanics, drawn from the Pokemon series, offer you the opportunity to catch, train, and battle a diverse array of dragons. The combat system, described as tactical and challenging, requires you to strategically choose skills for each dragon, creating optimized combinations for thrilling battles. The game's allure lies in its rich lore, side quests, and vibrant school life, encouraging you to explore every nook and cranny. While some players express concerns about translation issues and a potentially convoluted storyline, the overall positive sentiment applauds clear tutorials, diverse exploration, and the sheer joy of collecting and evolving dragons. The real-time combat system injects a unique twist into the creature collecting genre. Some find it deep and dynamic, while others consider it slightly chaotic. The open-world structure, reminiscent of Pokemon games, invites you to uncover hidden secrets within the history of Dragon Spirits. Despite being an indie title with rough edges like translation challenges and a lack of transparency in certain game values, Dragon Spirits resonates positively with players. Many hail it as a hidden gem, making it a must-play for enthusiasts of dragon-centric adventures. At number 9 we have Exiled Kingdoms, an engaging single-player action RPG that immerses you in a vast, unique world teeming with dangers and ancient secrets. Developed by 4 Dimension Games, this game offers an old-school RPG experience with challenging environments and tough choices. The game's story is compelling, set in a world recovering from a catastrophic magical event. As a novice adventurer, you embark on a journey spurred by a mysterious inheritance, uncovering that legends can indeed be real. As you explore, fight, and make allies and enemies, you appreciate the game's depth and versatility. The game's isometric view and simple but effective rules allow for endless character development possibilities. Your character's stats significantly impact gameplay, offering varied dialogue options and influencing interactions with over 300 unique NPCs across 135 areas. With 90 quests ranging from simple tasks to epic plots full of twists, you'll find yourself deeply engaged in the storyline. Customization is key in Exiled Kingdoms. With 70 skills and hundreds of items, you can tailor your character to your playstyle. Combat is challenging, requiring careful selection of weapons and abilities. The game's classic dungeon crawl features traps, secret doors, and formidable foes, ensuring you stay on your toes. Despite its rough edges, including dated visuals and occasional stiffness in animations, Exiled Kingdoms excels in its core gameplay. The developer's commitment is evident in the game's extensive content, handcrafted over 4 years. With over 120 hours of gameplay, the game promises both longevity and replayability. At number 10 we have WOLFLAME, a vertically scrolling 2D shoot-'em-up from Astroport, creators of supercharged robot Volkaiser and Cetasius. If you've ever lost hours to Raiden or Twin Cobra, this one's made for you. It's a full-throttle return to the golden age of arcade shooters. No gimmicks, no fluffs, just raw, unfiltered action. You step into the cockpit of the experimental corvette Seabold as part of the Operation WOLFLAME, humanity's last stand against a devastating alien invasion. Armed with a forward cannon, plasma bombs, and 2 satellite weapons you can customize on the fly, you'll dodge torrents of enemy fire while blasting through 10 stages of alien war machines, tanks, and transforming bosses. This is not a bullet hell, it is tactical. You're not weaving through a sea of fireworks, you're reacting to fast, deadly bullets fired with sniper precision, especially from tanks that appear when you least expect it. Every enemy is a threat, and every mistake costs you dearly. The checkpoint system adds tension. Die and you restart from a nearby save point, hopefully reclaiming your drop power-up before it vanishes. Despite basic visuals, WOLFLAME's design is tight. Its enemy patterns, weapon variety, and fast pace keep you locked in. The soundtrack won't blow you away, but it fits the action. The scoring system is simple. Grab medals, stay alive, and don't waste bombs. If you're into classic arcade shooters with teeth and heart, WOLFLAME is a must-play. Just don't get too comfortable. Those tanks will ruin your day. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle might not have any AAA headliners, but if you're into hidden gems, this one's got some sleeper picks. Filament's a solid brain bender. WOLFLAME scratches a shmup itch, and Ad Fundum looks like goofy fun. Yeah, most of the lineup flies under the radar, but that's kinda the charm. It's like digging through a digital bargain bin and actually finding something cool. Not for everyone, but if you vibe with the indie underdogs, this bundle's worth a look. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And maybe consider unlocking early access to videos by buying the channel a coffee. Special thanks to Terry D for subscribing to the early access army. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.